These are football records that'll never be broken. The longest penalty shootout. The world record for the longest ever penalty shootout was set in 2022. This was when Washington won against Bedlington by 25-24. Both teams faced off in the first round of the Memorial Cup, and later the match ended 3-3 after extra time. But the penalty shootout seemed like it will never end. The shootout ended with an additional 49 goals, which was obviously one of the longest shootouts to have ever happened. Lionel Messi with the most goals scored in a calendar year. But before that, please take a second to like the video and why not subscribe? Lionel Messi, one of the greatest footballers of our time, achieved an unprecedented feat during the 2011-2012 season. The six-time winner of the FIFA Ballon d'Or award scored an astonishing 91 goals for both his club team Barcelona and the Argentina national team. Messi's incredible tally included 79 goals for his club and 12 for his country, cementing his place in the record books. It was undoubtedly one of the most impressive seasons of the Argentines' already illustrious career. The most goals scored by any goalkeeper in a career. The job of a goalkeeper is actually to save goals instead of scoring goals. But then we have the one and only Brazilian goalkeeper, Rogério Ceni, who did both. As per the records, he has 128 career goals, and throughout his career, he also netted a long series of penalties and free kicks. In fact, in some seasons, he was also one of the leading strikers on his team, and this kind of record is pretty unlikely to ever be broken. The fastest hat trick ever. In football, it's common to see a player score an amazing hat trick, but no one will ever be able to compete against Alex Storr of Frost and Spring, who's considered to have scored the fastest hat trick ever. Apparently, he scored the hat trick in just 70 seconds while playing against Gardens. In just 11 minutes into the game, he scored his first goal, and then he went for the second one just 30 seconds later. The team played amazingly, setting an unbreakable record as well. They won with 7 goals against 1, which was obviously an outstanding win. Roger Milla with the oldest goal scorer. Roger Milla is the oldest goal scorer in World Cup history. Despite Cameroon being 3-0 down at halftime against Russia, the veteran striker scored the goal within a minute of coming on, extending his record and sending shockwaves through the tournament. Milla set the record in 1990 at the age of 38 years and 34 days, and it still stands today. Cristiano Ronaldo got close with his goal against Ghana at 37 years and 292 days, but fell short. Cheers to Roger Milla for defying age and the odds. Josip Šimunić with the most yellow cards received in a match. Josip Šimunić holds the record for receiving the most yellow cards in a single World Cup match. He was booked 3 times during a match against Australia in 2006 for face-palming, impromptu piggyback riding, and dissent. This record is considered unbreakable due to the exceptional level of incompetence required by both the player and the referee. Even if a player were able to achieve this feat, they would be sent off and their team would be severely impacted. Ernst Wilimowski with the most goals scored in a lost match. Ernst Wilimowski holds the record for the most goals scored in a lost match. During the 1938 World Cup, he scored 4 goals against Brazil in a single game, which is already a feat that is unlikely to be surpassed. This achievement is remarkable because no player has ever scored 4 goals in a defeat in the 134-year history of the English top-flight league. The nature of the World Cup has changed significantly since then, making it even more unlikely for this record to be broken. Cafu with the most World Cup final appearances. When it comes to World Cup winners, there are some familiar names that come to mind. From Bellini to Zosimo, there are 21 players who have won more than 1 World Cup. But none of them can hold a candle to the incredible Cafu, the man who has played in the most World Cup finals ever. Sure, Pelé has 3 World Cup wins to his name, but Cafu is the only player to have played in 3 finals. He came on as a substitute in Brazil's 1994 penalty shootout victory over Italy, lost to France in 1998, and then lifted the famous trophy again against Germany in 2002. It's already rare enough for a country to reach multiple finals in quick succession, with only Argentina managing defeat since Brazil's 2002 triumph. But Cafu's record of playing in 3 finals is something else entirely. It's a testament to his incredible longevity, his unwavering skill, and his unbreakable spirit. Rafael Marquez with the most World Cups as captain. Rafael Marquez, the Mexican footballer, has done something that no one will ever be able to do again. Are you curious? Of course you are. Listen to this. Marquez captained Mexico in 5 different World Cup tournaments. Marquez's 5 tournament captaincies put him in a group of legendary players like Mateus, Ronaldo, and Messi. But here's where it gets interesting. Marquez captained his country in 5 World Cups over the course of 16 years. From the age of 23 in 2002 to the ripe old age of 39 in 2018. That's a level of longevity that we don't see often in football. What's more impressive is that Marquez was an excellent leader from a young age. He led Mexico to the World Cup when he was just 23 years old. Can you even imagine captaining a team on the world stage at such a young age? And that's not all. Marquez went on to lead his country in 4 more World Cups, cementing his place in football history. Now here's the kicker. Manuel Lapuente, the Mexico coach who overlooked the young Marquez, must be kicking himself right now. Imagine denying a young player the chance to represent his country on the biggest stage in the world. Carlos Alberto Pereira with the most tournaments as a coach. Well. Move over, Bora Milutinovic, because Carlos Alberto Pereira is a true World Cup coaching mastermind. He has led an astonishing 6 different teams to football's biggest stage, making him the ultimate World Cup globetrotter. Pereira has traveled far and wide in his World Cup coaching journey, starting with Kuwait way back in 1982. He then went on to coach the United Arab Emirates in 1990, followed by Saudi Arabia in 1998. But he wasn't done yet. He led Brazil to glory in 1994, then returned to the Saudi Arabian hot seat in 2006. And let's not forget his crowning achievement, guiding the South African team to an unforgettable victory over France in 2010. I mean, sure, Bora Milutinovic managed to take 5 different nations to the World Cup, but he couldn't even lead one of them there twice. What a part-timer, right? Meanwhile, Pereira has done it all. From being a fitness coach for Brazil in 1970 to making history with South Africa in 2010. And let's not forget about that middle name of his. It's basically, but also definitely not, Jules Rimet. With Pereira's extensive World Cup experience, it's no wonder his middle name is almost synonymous with the iconic trophy. Pelé as the youngest scorer in a final. Get ready to bow down. For we are about to delve into the greatness of one of the most exceptional footballers of all time, Pelé. He's not just a legendary scorer, he's also the youngest scorer in World Cup history, with a measly 17 years and 239 days under his belt when he found the back of the net. And that's not all, folks. Pelé also holds the record for the youngest hat-trick scorer, bagging it at just 17 years and 244 days. Some may say he's overrated, but when it comes to Pelé, the numbers and accolades speak for themselves. Just Fontaine with the most goals in one tournament. The legendary Just Fontaine. The man who managed to score a whopping 13 goals in just one World Cup tournament back in 1958. That's more than what some players managed to score in their entire careers. Only Miroslav Klose, Ronaldo, and Gerd Müller have scored more goals in World Cup history, and they had the benefit of multiple tournaments to do so. Fontaine's goal-scoring heroics were no fluke either. He bagged 3 goals against Paraguay, 2 against Northern Ireland, and even managed to score a hat-trick against France's old rivals, Yugoslavia. But the best was yet to come. In the 3rd place playoff against West Germany, Fontaine went on an absolute rampage, netting 4 times in a single game. The next highest goal-scoring record in a single tournament is a measly 11 goals, set by Sandor Kocsis back in 1954. Since then, the Golden Boot winners have only managed to score a paltry 5 or 6 goals. It's safe to say that Fontaine's record is truly a remarkable feat that may never be broken. Who knows, maybe one day Erling Haaland will come along and shatter Fontaine's record. But until then, the Fontaine of knowledge will remain one of the greatest goal-scoring legends in World Cup history. Ronaldo with the most international goals. Well. Look who's breaking records left and right. The one and only Portuguese superstar Cristiano Ronaldo has done it again. He's gone and broken Ali Daei's record of 109 goals in 149 appearances for the Iranian national team. How, you ask? By scoring not 1 but 2 goals in Portugal's 2-1 victory against Ireland. But wait, there's more. Ronaldo didn't stop there. He's continued to pile on the goals, amassing a truly legendary 115 goals in 184 appearances for Portugal. That's right, you heard it here, folks. 115 goals. It's safe to say that when it comes to scoring goals for his country, Ronaldo is an absolute machine. The most number of people in a match. It cannot be overstated how vital fans are to the world of sports. Their unwavering support and thunderous chants can ignite a fire within players, giving them an unmatched surge of confidence. And when it comes to the Maracana Stadium, one cannot help but marvel in the awe-inspiring record it holds. During the 1950 World Cup final match between Brazil and Uruguay, the Maracana Stadium bore witness to an unprecedented feat. A staggering 199,854 fans filled with passion and enthusiasm were present in the stadium to witness the historic event. This outstanding number of fans is a testament to the sheer magnitude of the moment and a symbol of the unwavering devotion of sports fans around the world. This record remains unchallenged to this day, a true testament to the power of fans and the impact they have on the sporting world. Although stadium attendance is now kept to a minimum, this incredible feat will forever be etched in history, serving as a reminder of the incredible impact fans can have on the world of sports. The match with a total of 36 red cards. Sounds crazy, right? Well, it actually happened, and there's almost zero possibility for any other match to ever break this record. In 2011, while Claypole and Arenas were playing a league match, while the referee for this match was Damien Rubino. Little did Rubino know that he'll hand out a total of 36 red cards in just one game. Two players were sent off even before the match reached halftime. And in the second half, the whole thing was pure chaos. Players decided to go for an all-out attack, and some nasty stuff happened that eventually led to 36 cards. The referee said that he had actually sent all 22 players off, along with an extra 14 that made up for the coaches and subs. The player with the most World Cup medals. Hey, it's the legend Pelé again. Yes, along with being the youngest scorer in a final, he also holds the record of having the most number of World Cup medals. He started his football career at the age of 16, and by the end of his career, he had already won 3 World Cups with Brazil. That's literally the most amount of World Cups any player has ever won in their entire career. Yeah, not even Messi. It's just Pelé who did it. Oleg Zelenko with the most goals scored in one match. Oleg Zelenko holds 3 remarkable records in football, including the most goals scored in a single match. He represented several countries in his international career, scoring a total of 6 goals during the 1994 World Cup, with 5 in a single game against Cameroon. Zelenko is the only player to have won the Golden Boot at both the U20 and FIFA World Cups, and is a true legend of the game. That is all I got for today, boys and girls. From Pelé's triple World Cup triumphs to Fontien's unforgettable goal-scoring run in 1958 and Messi's astonishing 91-goal year, these achievements remind us that anything can happen in football, really. Football or soccer always offers something special, and we can't wait to see what new records will be set in the future. Until then, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Watch this video here next.